That's working, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Live from the stadium field here on the campus of Darien High School, we are here for the CIAC Class L quarterfinals between the Darien Blue Wave and the Greenwich Cardinals. Hello everyone, I'm Peter McLean. Alongside me today is Jim Book. Jim, what do you think we can expect out of these two teams today?
Well, look, these teams know each other well. It's another Fairfield County matchup. They've seen each other a lot in during the season, they see each other a lot in the off season. A lot of these kids play on the same summer league teams together, et cetera. So they know the individuals themselves. I think from Greenwich, they have decent success playing zone defense against us the other day. So expect we'll see that. But just like every game, face-offs and goaltending. Face-offs and goaltending probably going to set the pace today.
Two teams met twice during the regular season, or during the season so far. The regular season matchup ended 9-8 in favor of Darien in a double overtime game. And then they met just a few days ago in the FCIAC semifinal. Darien also took that one 8-5, so up 2-0 in the season, but today is the one that matters today.
Absolutely, and it's a beautiful day here, and I'll tell you, we're warm up here, standing underneath this tent in the shade here on that field. It's hot. It's probably 10 degrees warmer than what we feel up here. So we'll see as the game goes on. We'll see who's got the legs.
Darien in the all-white today, Greenwich in the all-red. Winner will play the winner of the New Milford-Fairfield prep game. That starts at 3 p.m. We'll try to get score updates as we go along here. Both teams getting ready.
This is just a great event. Decent crowd filing in. Everybody showing up a few minutes late, which is okay, but I think we'll get a good crowd today. Beautiful day to watch a lacrosse game.
Got Warwick and Kaminsky out there for the opening face-off. Kaminsky will take it.
All right, Darien starting line coming in here, starting midfield line, getting themselves set up. It's weird. These teams look like they played each other 5 days ago. It's just sort of, they're staring at each other saying, okay, here we go again. Ding, ding, let's go.
Round 3. Minikis with it on the near side. Throws it back. That one slips away. Greenwich will take over. Charlie Zola in net for the Cardinals today. Weibel in net for the Blue Wave. Pilk with it on the near side.
So short stick middies for Darien. You got Alec Medwar here, senior number 7. That's going to be a key matchup. They're going to spend some time trying to work on the short stick midi, see what they can do with that. On the other side, you got Joey Caesar, which is really he's a two-way player. He's obviously on the top line for the midfield, but they'll also keep him on defense because he's an exceptionally good defensive player.
Pilk rips one, gets by the net, and out of bounds. Greenwich will retain possession.
Greenwich definitely taking their time here.
Yeah, no hurry here early.
Yep. Well, it's something in the high school game which still exists. In the college game, they put a shot clock on to try to award the defense if they do an exceptionally good job. Basically make the offense go to the goal. But in high school, it doesn't exist. So, some people will say, oh, it's stalling. It's not. It's just waiting for the right opportunity.
Pass thrown away there. And it will be Darien possession. So Greenwich takes a long possession, but comes up empty-handed, but Corny ripped a shot, saved by Zola.
That was a tough, it was a great opportunity for Darien there. They sure would like to convert that, especially early in the first quarter here.
Both times these teams have played have not been particularly high-scoring affairs. Neither team able to crack double digits in a matchup so far. Goals will be at a premium today.
That's a great ground ball right there by Jake Wilson coming up. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind here, Bobby Lutz was actually a coach in the Darien program for a long time. I think he's been at Greenwich for 7 years now, but he is intimately familiar with the offensive sets that Darien runs. So, and Jeff, has a lot of changes to what he does, but his system overall, what's so powerful about it is that they're not set plays, they're just systems of movement. So if you know those systems, you can coach it up a little bit. So Lutz always has a good game plan for Darien when they play.
Allegro fired a shot on the Darien, and that misses wide. Zolan came back the other way for the Cardinals. Weibel came up with a good save there. It's Wilson, after some bobbling, comes away with it.
We'll get a look at the second group of midfielders here for Darien. Got Riley Strubin, their number 2, with the ball right now. Behind him, Briggs McGuckin, 13. And 25 coming in. I don't have his number here on my
We'll
sheet
get a
here,
name on 25.
Right? Oh, you know who that is? How about that? That's one of the freshmen who was brought up for the tournament here. That is Ricky. Hang on a second. They'll come to me in a second. I have a slow recall moment here. But this is a dynamic freshman player here. It's interesting. I was talking to Coach B the other day, and he said that he's very impressed with how Ricky shoots the ball and his general maturity on the field, especially as a freshman. Ricky Giordano is his name. Took me a minute there, sorry. That caught me off guard a little bit. His name wasn't on my roster sheet.
Just consulted the great Sweeney inside.
Oh, confirmed? Good to know. Good to know.
Right on par.
All right, 7 minutes remain in the quarter here. I'm guessing this is not the pace that Darien would like to play. Darien likes to play an up-tempo game. This has definitely been a lot more of a slow-down game than they would like to play.
You see a lot of teams come into the stadium field and just try to slow Darien down as much as possible.
Yeah.
Thinking that they can't win a crazy shootout game on both ends where everyone's scoring on each possession.
Right, and it's technique that's worked. When we've seen Darien get upset in certain games, it's often the case. They get out of their rhythm if they're not putting 12 or 15 goals up. Good defense by the short stick Patrick Thurlow over there. You'll notice Greenwich keeps dodging on the short stick defensive middies. Here they are going on Alec Medwar, number 7.
Shot from high is saved by Weibel.
Saved Weibel.
Comes up with it, and Darien will look to clear the other way. Few good saves here by Cameron Weibel in net early.
Absolutely, and that's a confidence builders, especially early on. Make a couple stops, and all of a sudden that ball starts to look a lot bigger.
Allegro with it now.
All right, there's a flag down on the field. Greenwich got caught with too many men on the field. You'll see number 7 going back in. They may as well keep him on. So there's 7 defensive players for Greenwich right now against 6 for Darien, but still Darien will try to get a quality shot if they can.
Shot up to Picorni, he rips it, saved.
And remember, that ball has to be possessed by Greenwich to get a whistle. Darien still has
comes away with it.
Go. They got all the time that they need. Be patient, fellas.
Ball gets loose, and Zola picks it up and net for Greenwich, and we will have too many men on the field enforced now.
They'll call it offsides. It's too many men on the field. It's a technical foul, 30 seconds. So we'll get the first look at Darien's man up here.
You got to think these two teams played each other closely all year. Not a lot of goals scored between the two. When they play each other, man-ups are huge.
Absolutely.
Minikis with it. Fires a shot, hits the top post, and bounces away. Finn Picorni will take it for the Blue Wave.
Got to go fast here if you want to take advantage of the time. It's only a 30-second penalty. That penalty is released. Number 7's coming in right now. Teams are all even.
So Darien 0 for 1 on man-ups early, although just a 30-second opportunity there, as you said.
So you'll notice Darien is actually in a, Greenwich is actually in a zone defense right there. You'll notice, you can see as the players carry the ball from one spot to the next, you'll see them, you'll see they get passed off by the defenders. So
Millage with it for the Cardinals. Pilk now on the near side. Got to think Greenwich settling into what could be another slow possession. They'll take their time passing the ball around. Shot there, misses wide. Chased by Greenwich, and they'll hold on to it.
Last offensive series, you saw Christian Allegra, number 24, went down, took a slash either to the abdomen or groin area. I'm not quite sure, but he's definitely hurting. He's over on the sideline right now. Yeah. Hopefully it's hurt, not injured. That's what we hope for. Hurt, not injured.
Would be a big loss for the Blue Wave. Pilk shot there, saved by Weibel. Ruled he was in the crease, so Darien will head the other way. McGuckin with it now.
So Darien's in a spread offense right now. You'll notice there's nobody parked in front of the crease. See the switch that occurs right there because of that zone. It's hard to dodge against a zone defense because the minute you go by somebody, there's another guy standing right there. So it's one of the reasons you play zone is basically make it so you're not at risk of being beat.
Minikis dumps it in front, shot misses. Believe that was Wyatt Bowman with the shot there that just missed. A golden opportunity for the Wave. Greenwich will take it the other way now. Charlie Zola. Pilk moving up the near side. Just under 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Still locked at 0. I think the longer this game stays at 0-0, is that something that favors Greenwich or the Blue Wave, or kind of neither?
I have to think it favors Greenwich. I have to think it's definitely the game plan that they're going with. You can tell. If they can try to control the tempo, that's going to work in their favor. But, you know, at the same time, Darien can't. Sometimes what will happen is when a team is doing this to you, you get a little sloppy and you feel like you got to make a desperation play, and that's when you get stung, or that's when you get a penalty. So they just got to, you know, what they're doing here is they've lost the ball a couple times on offense when they shouldn't have, and they just got to tighten that up. Another nice save by Ken.
Ryan Millage on the shot. Weibel comes up with a nice save. It was almost a full minute of possession there for the Cardinals. Medwar running to space.
So Darien needs to get a good possession here. We've had a couple shots where they haven't had backup in place. They got to start backing shots up so they can keep possession if they miss the net. They need a good look here. Give the defense a little bit of a break.
So I think it's easy. Hot day on turf. If Greenwich keeps running these long possessions, that could really wear out the Darien defense, which we might see come into effect later. Shot there by Brad Picorni, saved by Charlie Zola. Brady Picorni, excuse me.
That's a nice save. He reacted real well. Brady tried to go 5-hole on him. Saw it coming, got his stick down.
Greenwich looking to go the other way. Under a half minute left here.
Now that's another one-and-done offensive set there for Darien, which is not what you want to get, right? Each time they come, they get one shot, and it's going the other way, either because Greenwich goalie made a save or because we're not backing the shot up, which is effectively a turnover.
Shot here as time expires, goes in. That was number 6, Flynn Millage, scoring as time expires in the first quarter. Greenwich will head into a short break, up 1-0. We take another look here. Millage just rips, and it gets right by Weibel.
Well, you got to play all the way through, right? It looked to me like everybody thought that the quarter had ended, but doesn't end until the ref blows the whistle.
So Flynn Millage, the senior, will open the scoring in the game as time expires in the first quarter. Greenwich leads 1-0. We'll take a short break and be back here in a moment on the DAF Media Network. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. Start of the second quarter, Greenwich scoring as time expires in the first. The only scoring we've had so far. 1-0 lead. Kaminsky will take this faceoff right away. Shot misses wide.
That's amazing to think. Start of the second quarter. I realize that's just the second
The second faceoff. Yeah, Kaminsky's 2 for 2.
All right, looks like Greenwich has gone back to that zone defense.
Allegro with it up top. Caesar throws it to the far side. Minikis behind. Cutting up, he rips one, finds the back of the net, and we got a tie game. Matt Minikis coming up from X up to front.
Yeah,
the back of the cage.
You know, I'll tell you, I think I actually am not sure. I was saying I think they're in zone defense, but I didn't see it there. So maybe they dropped back into man. That was a great move by Matthew right there. Reaches his hands out to get a little extra angle.
Take another look there. One more from behind. Beautiful shot by Minikis to get Darien on the board here. So after no scoring for the first 11 minutes and 59 seconds of the game, we have 2 here quickly to end the first and start the second. And we're knotted at 1.
Good face-off win for Ty. Good ground ball by Riley Strube right there, number 2.
Minikis and Bowman passing back and forth, and that one's thrown away. Still loose, will hop out of bounds. Darien will hold on to the ball here. A little break, looked like that might be a turnover. Minikis able to rescue it. Bowman rips one, hits a pipe and bounces out. That one hops out of bounds, and Greenwich will take it.
That's just an unnecessary turnover right there.
If it's anything like the first quarter, a Darien turnover turns into about a minute or so of lost time with the way this Greenwich offense has been running.
Yep, they want to, you know, as much as they'd love to push tempo, they gotta push the possession minutes more than anything else.
Quinn Warwick with it.
Warwick, a great player, takes faceoffs as well as playing on their what I think is their top line. So
Thurlow running. Shot. Picorni bounces it high of the net. Bowman, what's closest to it. Darien will hold on.
Good hustle by Wyatt Bowman there. Remember, it's where the ball goes out when it goes out. It's not a race to the end line. It's when the ball crosses, who's closest. That's on a shot, I should say.
Shot here finds the back of the net. That's Finn Picorni, the senior, to put Darien up 2-1.
That's just a great step down shot there by Finn. He beats the goalie to the offside, just off of his left shoulder. And I'll tell you, Finn Picorni could get an opportunity to get a step down shot to his left hand like that over and over. He'd have a wonderful day. That's his favorite shot right there. Big, strong left-handed shooter. Rarely gets to set his feet and rip it. Good shot.
Shows there. So after letting one up at the end of the first, Darien comes out swinging to start the second. 2 unanswered here. 2-1 ball game, 9:07 left. Kaminsky out again for the Blue Wave. 3 for 3 on faceoffs today. And he makes that a perfect 4 for 4.
They've got Adam Kim.
He'll go straight to cage, missed the shot.
So that was Adam Kim, the long stick, taking the draw for Greenwich there. So Greenwich basically saying, faceoff isn't working for him. Let's try to get a long stick on it and see if we can stop him. Ty was able to recognize that, push the ball ahead, and took it right to the net.
Thought I was calling a football game with Ty at fullback the way he was running there.
Nobody's gonna jump in front of that thing.
Minikis coming around. Picorni comes away with it, fires it, scores! 3-1 Blue Wave.
That's some people call that garbage goal. I don't know. Why is it that some people find a way to come up with a ton of garbage goals, right?
Yeah.
Because nose on the ball, picks it up, gets a shot off. He can do that as good as anybody. That's great.
Brady Picorni makes it 3-1, and this is something that has made Darien teams throughout the year so dangerous. The ability to go on these scoring runs. 3 goals in just under 4 minutes to start the second quarter.
Yep.
Brand new ball game.
Yeah. No, and you called it too. You know, face-off. Ty's been doing well at the face-off X here, so they're back with the long stick. Let's see what they can do.
Shoots that one backwards.
Pulls it back to Riley Strube.
Darien still yet to drop a face-off here, and you said it at the top. Game's going to come down to face-off and goaltending.
It's the biggest difference when you get to, especially these low-scoring games, right? Face-offs and goaltending are huge, and it's just it becomes a make it, take it if you can win the draws like this.
And this is where the slow offense we've seen from Greenwich could come back to bite them. You got to start scoring, especially if you're not going to stop at Darien. Run is a shot there. Misses wide, and saying he was in the crease, so Greenwich will take over.
That's tough. That's a good look right there. Wyatt's one of the players. Wyatt Bowman there's one of the players Coach B's been really impressed with. Really been coming on great in the postseason here. Tall body. He's 6'3", I think. I don't know. We don't have those stats here, but 6'3", maybe 6'4". Very tall kid. And he's got a good nose for the ball.
Listed at 6'4", 195.
There you go, as a sophomore. That's pretty impressive.
Greenwich with it now, trying to respond to the 3 unanswered from the Blue Wave.
So 45 there, yeah.
Shot there, gets by Weibel and goes in. Looking to grab a number on who that was, but the Cardinals stop the bleeding. Get this back to a 3-2 game.
That was number 45 there for Greenwich. That's Bryce Metalios.
Like senior captain.
Greenwich goal, Bryce Metalios.
Metalios able to find the back of the net and make this a 3-2 game. Big goal for Greenwich. You felt like Darien might start to be running away with this game. 3 unanswered after the one to end the first quarter, but that one kind of getting Greenwich back in this one.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and you know, working on those short sticks. I mean, that's what they're doing there. They have them set a pick, curl away, throw the ball to the short stick, and have them dodge on our short. So
Kaminsky wins another face-off. Darien moves for 6 on the day. Quick turnover will give the ball to Greenwich, though. That one's thrown away. Darien will take back over. Ball goes down. Greenwich able to field it. We have a whistle, and the Cardinals got a timeout off. We'll take a short break here on the DAF Media Network. Your score 3-2. Darien leads with 6:35 left here in the second quarter. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. About halfway through this second quarter, the Cardinals called a timeout there. They're trailing 3-2. They got the scoring going at the end of the first, literally the end of the first quarter, to make it a 1-0 game going into the break. Darien responded with 3 unanswered, and then just a few moments ago, Greenwich got their second. That's how we got to 3-2. James Pilk with it now for the Cardinals.
it's very apparent to me that, you know, Bobby Lutz here has game plan, wants to stick to it. He's going to go on the short sticks, he's going to take his sweet time, not going to try to force anything. Just take his time with the ball.
Greenwich, while trailing, not nearly close to panic time yet. Whole second half to go, only chasing 1 now. That ball's going to roam free all the way up to about midfield, where Jake Wilson will pick it up. Bowman running behind. Finds Joe Caesar. Corny and Allegro trot on. Finn Bacorny, that is.
Okay, so Greenwich back in that zone for the time being.
Minikis running up, shot top of the net, finds the back. 4-2 Blue Wave. Minikis with his second of the day. Both coming up from behind and just firing.
Takes advantage of the defender stepping out to him. Basically just accelerates right by him. Tucks it up under the crossbar. It's a great shot.
Darien trotting off, ready for the face-off. 6 for 6 on the day, looking to make that 7 for 7. And Kaminsky making it look easy once again. I mean, most of these face-offs haven't even been particularly close. Kaminsky just gets in there and rips away.
Yeah. Adam Kim, will take face-offs now and then, but he's not sort of a dedicated face-off guy that just basically putting a long stick out there to try to have a long stick that can take the ball away after Ty wins it. But, he's fast, and he's coming up with it clean and pressing ahead. So, if we keep it going, there's Finn with the lefty shot.
That one finds the back of the net on a rebound.
There's that Brady Picorni garbage, right? It ain't garbage if it keeps happening every game, a few times a game. That's real good.
So see their shot bounces right off Zola. Picorni able to come up with it and find the back of the net for his second goal of the day.
I'll tell you, I do think he's uniquely good at finding that ball on the inside and turning those around. I've seen him do it, all year and some of last year too. He's really got a nose for the ball, knows how to anticipate it, and really can pick it up and put it on net real quick.
Those are hard to stop when the ball goes from bouncing around coming at you as a goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
Warwick back out there for Greenwich, trying to win a face-off.
Probably a hold. Yeah, they got him for a hold right there. Didn't have possession of the ball, so no foul. It's just Darien ball.
Strube with it for the Blue Wave. That one flies out of play. Minikis was closest, so Darien will hold on. Minikis cutting off, dumps it to the side, shot.
There we go.
Goal, Darien. Finn Picorni makes it 6-2. And Darien exploding offensively here in this second quarter.
Finn had another one of those earlier, and his brother cleaned it up and put it in. But now that's 3 of those step-down shots for Finn Picorni that he loves so much. So I'm sure he's quite happy with what Coach B is calling for here. It's like, okay, Coach, you want me to step down, catch it, and rip it lefty, huh? I'll do that again. I'll do that again. So that's 2 for him.
So both Picornis with 2 on the day, Minikis with 2 as well to make this 6-2. Darien +5 here in this second quarter, outscoring Greenwich 6-1 with just over 4 minutes left. We'll take a short break and be back for the rest of the first half.
He's a big boy.
Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. Kaminsky and Adam Kim out there for another face-off, and Darien wins yet another one. I believe that's 8 on the day for the Blue Wave. Just even more demoralizing for the Cardinals to start after every goal with basically giving Darien the ball straight away.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't work considering what we think Lutzy's game plan is, which is try to slow the game down, slow the tempo down. Doesn't work well if you can't get the ball in the face-offs.
And especially now, chasing 4, you're going to need to go on a run at some point, and it's going to be hard to do that if the Blue Wave start with the ball with all the different weapons they have.
Yep. Same time. I mean, there's plenty of time left here, obviously.
Brady Picorni with a shot there.
Nice save by
Plenty of
Minikis
time
will
left,
keep it
and
in.
Darien still needs to be smart, right? They got in trouble at the beginning of the game with some silly turnovers.
Corny from Minikis. A beautiful pass and goal there.
Minikis to Brady for corner goal.
Just something you got to watch and admire.
Oh, it's just great. That's just guys who feel and know how they're going to play. So that was real good. It was almost like Minikis didn't even have to look up and kind of felt that he was going to be there and floated him up and he would go get it.
It's just impressive to watch. There aren't words to describe that. Minikis just throws it over the net to find a wide open Corny who finishes it. 7-2 Blue Wave now. And this game is teetering on the brink of getting out of hand as the Blue Wave take yet another face-off.
Well, you were talking about at the break about the bodies, you know. So here's the guy, Riley Strube, number 2. He's been picking up ground balls off the face-off today, but we haven't seen him much on offense. I'll tell you what, that guy would, you know, he would be a starter at any team. He's a starter here. He's just playing second line right now, and you know, but a guy like that, man, there's a lot of teams who'd love to have their hands on him.
There's a pass up top. Allegro whips one. That's saved by Zola.
Zola with the save.
And Greenwich will go the other way. And you got to think this is a big possession for the Cardinals to get one back.
Two minutes left here. Yeah, you'd think that they'd probably want to play a little bit quicker than they have been, but we'll see.
You kind of knew it was a matter of when, not a matter of if, when Darien would go on one of these runs, and it's just about managing it and not letting it get out of hand if you're the Cardinals.
So Allegro out there playing defense. He's, you know, people think of him as an offensive player, but he's big, strong, and fast, and plays great defense as well. So everybody's confident with him when he's playing defense, that's for sure.
Warwick trying to make something happen. He rips that one, misses wide, but Greenwich will hold on. Under a minute and a half here. Ball comes out of the stick.
Great job by Brian Martin right there on defense. Real good defense right there.
That ball will be picked up by the Blue Wave. And Darien will call a timeout with just under a minute here left in this first half. The Blue Wave leads 7-2, outscoring Greenwich 7-1 here in the second quarter. As we were saying, it was just a matter of time before Darien went on a run.
Yep, I agree with that, but, you know, I'll tell you that, you know, 5-goal games, I don't know how many times we've said it, watching the game, we say 5 goals is nothing in this game, 5 goals, and then sure enough, a team can come back. So they got to keep the hammer down for sure. But Coach B called timeout here, 58.5 seconds to go, and he'll try to draw something up. I'd probably try to get the last shot, but we'll see what they come up with.
Now, Darien got to this game by beating the 16-seeded West Hill 22-1. Just a dominating performance from start to finish. Greenwich, not quite as impressive, but still impressive nonetheless, beat Amity, the 9-seed, 15-2, which puts these in the top quarterfinal matchup. Winner of this will play the winner of New Milford versus Fairfield Prep. That game gets going in about 15 minutes up at New Milford. Dangerous weapons here from all teams left in this state quarterfinal matchup.
Yeah, I was surprised to find out that Wilton actually dropped down to Class M this year, so they're in the Class M tournament, and you know there's going to be, I mean, there's a lot of good teams in M. L seems to be dominated by the teams down here in Fairfield County, the big schools, Fairfield Prep, Darien, Greenwich, etc. But in M, I'll tell you, there's good teams all over the place in that tournament. So Wilton's got a tough bracket ahead of them. But that Class M state championship should be real good.
Always interesting when teams from the same conference get split into different classes, so you're meeting in the FCIAC tournament.
Yeah, and it changes every year, right?
Yeah.
Because it has to do, I think, with your
number of boys enrolled.
exactly male enrollment at the school. So it can be, you can be M one year, L the next year.
And football making even more classes for, I believe it's this coming season.
Are they really?
Try to level out the playing field a little more in these state tournaments. And it makes sense. I mean, you see Darien and multiple sports come in the first few rounds of the state tournament and just blow teams out of the water.
Yeah.
Minikis with it behind. Looks like Darien going for a final shot here in this first half. Minikis going with 20. Tried to find, but Courtney wanted to repeat the play that worked the last time.
No penalty here, guys.
Ball is down. Darien, or Greenwich, will take possession with 7.5 seconds left here in the first half. And they'll just chuck it the length of the field. That ball will go out. Time will expire, and that will do it for the first half. Your halftime score, Darien 7, Greenwich 2. Thoughts on the first half, Jim?
Well, look, I mean, you know, that first quarter, Greenwich absolutely dominated the flow. They got the type of game they wanted. They took the time on offense and got to the other end of the field. Darien, you know, couple turnovers, couple shots with no backup. Greenwich gets the ball back again. But honestly, you pointed it out, the difference was after a few goals started rolling, Darien keeps winning the faceoff. Darien keeps getting the ball back. So, game like this, it's going to be a possession game, and in that quarter, Darien possessed the ball for the majority of the game.
We'll see what adjustments the two teams make in the second half. We'll be back on a moment here on the DAF Media Network.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation Board is made up of local parents, parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
This is David Genovese, founder of Corbin Cares. Corbin Cares Phase 2, in partnership with the Darien Foundation, was launched to support the people who support Darien. Corbin Cares partnered with the Darien Foundation to thank essential workers, teachers, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, town employees, and postal workers who stepped up during the pandemic. Family meals for four were provided by Four Forks, Bodega, Michael Joseph's, 1020 Post, and Parlor Pizza and Wine. Post 53 was treated to a tacos and waffles night with Bodega and the Waffle Cabin. Thanks to countless donors, 910 family dinners for four and 110 posties were served. And the Corbin Cares office was flooded with notes, emails, and letters of gratitude. Thanks to the essential workers and generous donors, you are all that make this community great.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We Are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien high school students hands-on experience in video production. We Are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We Are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We Are On the Stage. We Are At the Big Games. We Are On the Field. We Are In the Gym. We Are On the Move, live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media.
This broadcast is produced by DAF Media, a joint venture between the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation. The production is staffed by student and adult volunteers from the town of Darien and southwestern Connecticut.
We are DAF Media, Darien's hometown source for sports, arts, and entertainment, established in 2017. We Are Community, a volunteer-based organization that gives nearly 50 Darien High School students hands-on experience in video production. We Are Cutting Edge, a STEM initiative. Students use cameras, computers, sound equipment, and innovative software. We Are Live, streaming 120 events per year on our YouTube channel. We Are On the Stage. We Are At the Big Games. We Are On the Field. We Are In the Gym. We Are On the Move. Live streaming not only in Darien, but throughout southwestern Connecticut and the tri-state area. We are making a difference. We are DAF Media.
Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. We're just about underway here for the start of this second half, and we'll get, or someone stepped out, so Greenwich will take over. 7-2 your score, Blue Wave lead after 1-0 at the end of the first, and then Darien outscoring Greenwich 7-1 in that second quarter. Flag down. Ryan Mildage running around up top. Jim, what changes when you're playing with a flag down, knowing you next time the team gains possession, you'll get the ball back?
I'm not quite sure what the call was there, so I was trying to listen to what he said.
Yeah.
He was giving a bench foul there, 30-second unsportsmanlike. I know Coach Segrita was very unhappy about the out-of-bounds call. You know, there's a couple different lines here. There's a gray and a blue. And ours is a blue line. I don't know. Coach probably thought he only stepped on the gray, didn't step on the blue. But you know, you start arguing with refs, and that's what refs will do to you.
Disadvantage of a multi-purpose field here at the stadium.
So we're down a man for 30 seconds here.
Big spot for Greenwich, trying to start off this second half, just get something going. Bounce shot there. Will bounce out of play, but Greenwich will hold on.
All right. Teams are...
Step down, sails high. Through the uprights, field goal's good. Unfortunately, that doesn't count for anything.
Teams are even strength here. Sorry, you were asking a question. You said what goes
when
through
you when you got a flag down,
right,
you kind of play a little more freely. What changes then?
Well, I mean, what you'd like them to do is to take as much time as they need to get themselves a quality shot. But inevitably, everybody feels a little urgency when that flag goes down and people start flying around trying to get a shot as fast as possible. But you know, the rule as well is that it doesn't get blown dead until the other team actually picks up the ball. So You know, if you have, or if it goes out of bounds.
Yeah. Looks like Greenwich is playing with at least a little more urgency than what we saw in the first half.
For sure, definitely trying to play a little faster there. That's a great ground ball. Jake Wilson comes up with that, and I think 2 guys checked down on his hands, but he's a big, strong athlete and just sort of powered right through it. So, nice ground ball with a nice, nice clear by him.
Picorni with it. He'll throw it down to Minikis.
Minikis, no doubt, the quarterback of this offense, especially today. He's just been setting up and you know, getting a dodge going and finding bodies, just like that.
Brady Picorni finds the back of the net again, what I believe is his 4th goal of the day, and Minikis with his 2nd assist. Darien making it an 8-2 game. We take another look. Just a pass up in front. Picorni, not even too much power on that shot, but
just placement. He's in tight like that. I'd be shocked if Matthew only has 2 assists, but I
at least 2. Let's put it that.
Yeah,
2 that come to mind.
Yeah, no, he's a smart kid in a situation like that. You know what he's doing here is he's dodging up on the corner, and when he finally gets the zone to commit to him, the whole zone has to shift, and then the guys for Darien are just finding spots, and he's finding them.
And as a defense, you have little options but to commit to Minikis with how dangerous he can be.
Right, the 1 or 2 times they did, and he came around and stuck it in the net. So.
It's just what has made these Darien teams so dominant year after year. It's not 1 or 2 weapons carrying the offense; it's the entire offense.
Yeah, no question, no question. And you've got you know, players and scorers who are out on the field who haven't even scored yet. But you know, some of the more prolific scorers for the Darien squad haven't even scored. So it's just a question who gets the opportunity. But any one of them can do it.
It's like Joe Caesar, a name we haven't called a whole lot today, but a weapon in himself for this Darien offense.
For sure, yeah. Oh.
There it is, right on cue. Minikis finds Caesar, who finds the back of the net.
Well, there you go. I guess he was listening to you. Maybe Matthew Minikis was listening to you right there and decided to give one a number 8. But it's a good handle inside and a good shot.
9-2, Darien, and it looks like they are beginning to really put this game out of reach for Greenwich.
Yeah, so, you know, we were talking about Zone D, not to go on about it, but there becomes a point when you figure out that the other team has it figured out, and you got to do something different. So we'll see what Coach Lutz does here, if he switches and, you know, goes into man. But right now, Darien seems to have gotten a feel for their zone and figured out a way to attack it, and it's working. So probably a good time to switch it up.
We also saw Greenwich switch into man about halfway through the 2nd quarter as Strube comes down and just rips one that finds the back of the net to extend this Darien lead even further. Talked about weapons that we haven't called all day a lot. Riley Strube, another one able to find the back of the net there.
Absolutely. He's a dangerous player all over the field, so that's just a great transition goal. Looks like the goalie got a little piece of it.
Darien goal, Riley Strube.
Yeah, Zola definitely tipped it at least a little bit, but just finding the back of the net. 10-2, Blue Wave.
Oh, Ty jumped a little bit early there. It's going to be red ball. That happens.
It's the first time Greenwich has gotten a face-off all day. Just looking around the rest of the state with lacrosse, we were talking about Wilton in the Class M tournament. They're locked in a good one right now with Daniel Hand. Hand's leading 9-8 with about a minute 20 left in the 4th quarter. That's been a back-and-forth game all day.
Yeah, Daniel Hand's a storied program. They've been around, you know, forever. You know, some real good players have come out of there over the years, and they've had some real good teams. So, you know, when you look at Wilton and you always say don't sleep on Wilton, well, the other one is, you know, don't sleep on Madison, don't sleep on Hand.
Darien will take it here. The New Milford Fairfield prep game, which the winner of this will play, should be getting underway here in a few moments. That should be a good game up at New Milford between 2 very good teams. The winner would play the winner of this game at a neutral site in a few days.
So the call there is failure to advance. You notice Alec Medwar was hustling and trying as hard as he could to touch the ball into the box. Once the ball gets over that midfield line, you got 10 seconds to get it in. So he was trying to touch it in the box and ran out of time there.
Greenwich will take over, now chasing 8 goals. Darien on a 10-1 scoring run going back to the start of that second quarter. Just felt like the Wave needed a quarter to kind of settle in here, and then they've been off and running ever since. Shot there, misses wide. Be chased down by the Cardinals. Brian Collins will take it. Shot there, hit something, bounced. That was really close to finding the back of the net, bounced out.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that hit the goalie or if it got by him and hit the pipe there. I think it maybe scooted underneath his leg and then hit the post and bounced out.
It's a game of inches as Greenwich will possess again. Strud picks up the ground ball and breaks free. Excuse me, that's Caesar. Passes it over. But Corney had a look in front of the net, just not able to handle it. And the Cardinals will go the other way. I think Greenwich is playing a little slowly, considering they're down by 8 goals here about halfway through the third quarter. Or can
yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of time left.
Yeah.
You know, if they were winning faceoffs, you know, I'd say they got all the time they need. But they are pressed for time just by virtue of the fact they figure every time they get a goal, the way things have been going so far, more than likely Darien's going to come up with the ball next. So I would think they should play a little faster, but.
There's a shot that misses wide. It's also a lot of pressure on your defense, knowing that you're going to have to stop Ty Kaminsky and the Darien offense coming right out of the gate.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Patrick Thurlow there right now is short stick. Let's see if they try to. I know they've been trying to work on the short stick, so whoa.
I'm saying that one did find the back of the net, not a crease call. So that will make it 10-3. That was Bryce Metalios with, I believe, his second goal of the day. Just see ball was kind of bouncing around in front. Metalios able to finish it just on the crease line. Going to make it a 10-3 Blue Wave advantage now. Short stick back out there for Greenwich to take the face off.
Bryce Metalios with the goal.
That's number 44, who's not on my roster sheet, so probably one of the underclassmen they brought up. Have a go at it.
Trying anything that's new. Kaminsky runs straight to cage there. Shot saved.
Oh.
Nice save by Zola.
Ball is loose here. Shot, routine save for Weibel. And Darien will look to go the other way.
That's off the red stick, we think. Yep. deflected by Greenwich, so Darien retains possession here. I'm actually happy about that. You know, we're pushing that transition so hard. 2 times in a row now we've come down. We haven't gotten a goal, and we've gone right back on defense. So they're smart to actually set up their offense. Their offense working for them right now. So
last few times Minikis has had the ball behind the net, it's ended in a Darien goal by someone. Fairly quickly most times, too. See what they're able to do here. Minikis running up and just finds the back of the net himself.
There we go. So that time they try to not slide to him, and
Matt Menikis.
What makes Matt so dangerous, his explosiveness from behind. Just decides, gonna score here, and finds the back of the net with ease.
You know, after having all 4 Minikis boys go through the program, I think a lot of towns around here will be happy to stop hearing the word Minikis. They've been hearing Minikis now for, geez, what's it been? 10, 12 years?
I remember hearing Minikis when I was a kid, way back when. Kaminsky wins another. Goes straight to cage, dumps this one off. Minikis fires, that one saved
Zolo with the save.
by Charlie Zolo in net. Pilk with it for the Cardinals.
He got himself tiptoed up the sideline there pretty nicely. A lot of people calling for it. A lot of people in the stands here calling for the out of bounds. I think the refs got a little better view than we do up here in the stands.
Darien bench standing in the way of the line there. A little hard to see.
Of course. All right, so we got the 2. Greenwich has the 2 short sticks behind. So they've been trying to dodge on them all day. See what they do here. Patrick Thurlow, number 11 there. Alec Medwar, number 7.
James Pilk looking to make a move. Pass up, shot saved by Weibel.
Great save by Cam right there.
Ryan Millage, who scored earlier today.
I talk about these short stick D middies. It's such a critical position. Everybody who plays the game understands it, that the short stick D midi is such a critical role on the field for all teams, and they don't get a lot of attention. I always make a point when I come on these broadcasts. I always say the same thing. I always make a point them out. I was a short stick D midi myself, so got to give them their props when they deserve it, and they deserve it today. They're playing nicely.
It's a full team effort from the Blue Wave. You hear the names scoring all the goals, but it's really set up from end to end with this very talented Darien team. Looking to get a new Milford Fairfield prep score, as they would probably be about halfway through their first quarter now. It's a 3 o'clock start. One we keep seeing on Twitter is Hand and Wilton are now going to overtime, locked at 9. Beautiful playoff lacrosse up there.
Yeah. Well, like we said, you know, that Class M bracket the Wilton's in is going to be tough. They're going to have a lot of tough games. And I just say that because they are a very high quality FCIAC team. They made it to the FCIAC championship against Darien.
There's a shot from Picorni that finds the back of the net.
Caesar to Picorni.
Caesar with the assist there. I believe that's Picorni's 5th goal of the day. Darien making it a 12-3 advantage here.
Yeah, it feels to me like Darien's definitely unlocked this defense here, and they figured it out. So.
And you kind of see that a lot with conference opponents in Darien. They'll come out, play them close for the first quarter, maybe end it with a lead like Greenwich did. And then as Darien settles in and gets going, start to run away. It's just hard to shut down the Darien attack for 4 full quarters.
Yeah. And it's hard when Ty Comiskey keeps winning faceoffs.
Oh. That one gets poked out. Zola will chase it down. That one out of bounds. Darien will take over. Under a half minute left here in this third quarter.
I was just there. We're waiting for the goaltender to get back in the crease there. So started the play, blew it dead. No penalties or anything like that. Teams are even strength.
Shot there, finds the back of the net. That's number 8, Joe Caesar, with his second of the day.
It's another Minicus assist. I don't know. We'll have to get a tally here, but all I know is it's a lot. So 13-3. I've got to think. 9 of those are assisted. I know he had a couple of one-on-one goals himself, so
A lot
I'm
of
not quite
points
sure
for
how many assists he has, but he's got a big number.
Try to get a tally at the end of the quarter. Just because we mentioned it, Wilton just scored in overtime to win that game against Han to score a 10-9, so they'll advance in the Class M state quarterfinal. Spring playoffs time in the state of Connecticut's always fun. Get a good games and a lot of different sports. So that will do it for the third quarter here from the stadium field. Your score, Darien 13, Greenwich 3. We'll take a short break here on the DAF Media Network and be back in a moment for the start of the fourth quarter. Welcome back here on the DAF Media Network. Fourth quarter about to get underway. Darien leading 13-3 here in this Class L quarterfinal matchup. I'd like to take a moment to give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew today. Bo Hackman, Jason Bellingham, Dalton Moss, Owen Wyatt, and David Popson putting this one together for you. Of course, Damian Andrew overseeing the entire operation here. Darien just starting to run around with it, maybe start to mirror what Greenwich ran in the first quarter of a stall offense. Picorni rips one there that bounces away. It will be chased down and Darien will hold on.
Yeah, so a little different look. They're attacking the zone from the top. They've been attacking it from behind, but kind of a new look. At some point here, you start to think about, semifinal game, and you want to make sure that you get the reps in for your guys that they're going to need to have before they go play another game. So
obviously just trying to avoid any major injuries here coming into this last.
Yeah, certainly that, yep.
There's another goal for the Blue Wave. That was Caesar scoring once again. That'll make it 14-3. Also makes this a 14-2 Darien run over the last two quarters and a little extra.
Yeah, and assisted by Minicus again.
Not surprising at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's a shot. Just like Finn Picorni likes that step-down shot on the left side, Joey loves that shot on the right side. Very well placed. Hard for the goalie to stop if you let a guy like that set his feet and let it go.
Well, Greenwich violation on the faceoff will give Darien possession once again.
Joe Caesar will go to Georgetown next year, and I'll tell you, I could see him doing great things down there. I hope he does. And you get to college, it's always very competitive to get on the field, but I do think he's an exceptional athlete. So hopefully he'll have a nice college career.
Not sure of the exact number, but a lot of commits on this Darien roster to go play at the next level.
Absolutely, yeah.
Strube finds that one, saying he was in the crease, so Greenwich will take over. And it just shows the depth of this Darien team. You have players who might not even necessarily be starters committed to go play at the next level.
Yeah, no question.
It's just,
no question, yep.
Think about how many teams would die to have a D1 commit.
Yeah.
Just one, and Darien's got more than a handful.
Colin McCann out there as a short stick now, number 9, playing short stick D midi. And the other side is Will Bonner, but they got to play with a short stick. I haven't seen that before. Will Bonner's an exceptionally good long stick midi. Maybe they got him playing short stick D mid now. I just didn't realize it. So plays great defense for sure. Very athletic kid. Will Bonner, he's a sophomore. Great pressure there. I believe that
Darien will take it here. Seems like one of the plethora of Connecticut sports reporters, out of all of them, no one is at that New Milford Fairfield prep game, or at least not yet. Nothing on Twitter for a score update.
New Milford's pretty far up there. I mean, it's not like it's a convenient stop by. That's a commitment. If you're going to go up there, it's not like you're going to stop the next town over for a game. I've been in. I mean, it's a beautiful high school up there. Absolutely beautiful, but it's a drive.
Had it not been on a neutral site, the game next week would be here. But a neutral site game, once you get to the semis, New Milford probably thankful they won't have to make the drive all the way down.
Right. I wonder, do they have the site designated yet?
They've announced the championship will be at Sacred Heart. According to the CIAC website, the semis are still at a site TBD.
Okay.
Not sure. I think they might do one of those where they find a school about halfway and play there, but not fully sure on that.
Well, that would be great.
The championship at Sacred Heart, that's a beautiful facility up there. The state was really excited when they secured that. It should be a great experience for whoever may be involved.
Sacred Heart has done a great job over the years. The transformation of that campus, transformation of that school, it's really phenomenal now. My wife went to Sacred Heart, and she's gone back there and said, "Holy cow! I wish we had this when we were here."
And just on the other side of the town, Rafferty Stadium at Fairfield University, where prep play is a beautiful facility in itself. They'll be hosting as Carter Hagan is going to sub in here for Cameron Weibel.
Cam Weibel is senior. Such a great story, sticking with it all the way to his senior year. It's tough, right? You got great goalie. You had a great goalie ahead of him in the prior years. You got a great goalie behind him, obviously, in Carter Hagan. But, then he comes and puts up a great senior year, wins the MVP of the FCIAC championship game. Very, very special moment for him. And so the crowd gave him a nice round of applause as he came off the field in his last home game.
Darien starting to move into the deeper sections of the bench. But to go back to the beautiful facilities, Fairfield's actually hosting a PLL weekend this year, and I think it's mid-July. Just bring lacrosse back to the state.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, that's a super field. Rafferty Field is fantastic.
Picorni with it. He finishes yet another on the day. I've lost count on how many that is for Brady Picorni.
Yep.
But just extending this lead even more here. About halfway through the fourth quarter. It'll be interesting to see where Brady ends up in a few years.
Yeah, so let's see. He's a sophomore this year, so I guess those conversations can officially start taking place.
I know with football it's August 1st of your junior year. I'm not sure what it is with other sports.
It's moved around a few times, but it's either June 1st, July 1st, or September 1st. I think they adjusted it when it was for COVID for a couple years. So I honestly don't know exactly what it is right now, but this time next year I have a pretty good feeling you're going to know where he's planning on playing in college, even though he'll only be a junior.
Got to assume there will be a lot of interest from those Power 5 schools.
Well, he's got a knack. He's good around the goal. He's good with the ball, and he's real good around the goal. So,
Strube still defending hard on a Greenwich player there. Neither team really giving up here with this blowout as Greenwich finds the back of the net there. That'll make it 15-4 in favor of the Blue Wave.
That was a nice goal by Duffy right there. I'll tell you, they were kind of going through the meat grinder. He picked it up. I'm surprised Darien didn't get a flag there for a shot for the stick to the head, but he found a way to put it in the top corner of the net there. So you'd probably rather have that than a penalty.
Yeah, senior Nathan Duffy, ice hockey player in the winter, finds the back of the net there to get Greenwich on the board once again.
Jack Silsby out on the draw.
Jack Silsby took over for Kaminsky on the draw. Greenwich finally able to get, I believe, just their second face-off victory of the day. As Hagen way out and able to come down with the loose ball.
Yeah, you know, one thing, well, that's probably a push with possession, yeah.
So that's going to be Briggs McGuckin. Helmet came off at the deck.
Yeah. I think that'll just be considered to be a 30-second technical push with possession. We'll see what the ref says. Yeah, 30-second technical foul, push with possession.
Greenwich, I believe, making a goalie change here as Charlie Zola will trot off the field.
All right, Darien switched up their whole offense here, so we're man up. There's the freshman.
So that shot hits the post and bounces away.
That's the freshman, Ricky Giordano, right there, number 25. A lot of these other names aren't even on our sheet, but yeah, I recognize a couple of them. I just got to figure out who it is.
We got a roster here.
Austin Beach over there.
That one finds the back of the net. Number 32, Kevin Roche.
That's Kevin Roche. He's a freshman as well. Fantastic. Good for him. My son actually coached the freshman team this year in Darien. Jack Book had these guys, so I heard a lot of their names every night. Came home every night, needed to give me the breakdown 30 minutes after every game, after every practice. So Roche has been playing nicely. I'll have to talk to Jack and see what he thinks about a sidearm shot there, but I'll leave that between him and his coach.
Jack Silsby, a sophomore, taking the face-off here for the Blue Wave. And a violation will give it to Greenwich. You saw Charlie Zola had a nice moment with a few teammates and coaches as he trotted off the field for what likely will be the last time in his high school career.
All right, there's Bonner with the long stick. That's what I'm more used to seeing there. Number 20, Will Bonner.
Bonner will trot off.
Will Johnson, number 6, coming on. With Rick Giordano, number 25, and who's our number 20? Oh, that's Asa Beach there, number 23.
Yep. Darien just looking to run out a lot of the remaining time here. Passing it around. Just over 2.5 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. Giordano with it.
Miller Hackman playing at X, by the way, number 33. Giordano going through the middle, went through the meat grinder right there.
Got a whistle. Want to avoid these blowout games getting chippy at the end. Try to keep everyone safe as we're under 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Not really sure.
A lot of confusion.
Yeah, not really sure what we've got going on here.
Both teams ended up almost fully back on their benches.
Looks like they're going to give the ball to Greenwich, which I thought was the original call was, loose ball hold. But, anyways, no.
100 seconds left here in this quarterfinal. So got a flag down.
Yeah. A little aggressive with that check there. That's Graham Eli. It's good check, but when if you don't get stick and you're chopping that hard, they're going to throw a flag. I mean, nothing crazy, nothing overly violent about it, but if you're going to throw that big chopping check like that, you got to get stick, or else, especially with the ref 2 feet away from you.
Connor Lane, the sophomore, will trot on, and Colin McCann, the senior D-Midi, will also trot on here for the Blue Wave for the last minute or so of this one.
Yeah.
Future Lacrosse got a little trimmer down behind.
Also on the field, you've got Pierce Mahoney, who's senior. He's been injured all year. Really happy to see him out there. It's really too bad for Pierce. He, sort of waiting for that senior season, and I think it was his shoulder or collarbone or elbow, something bad. But he was real hurt for a long time. So really happy to see him out there.
Final few ticks here left in this one. Darien will take it. And barring Greenwich putting one last one up here, 16-4. That one will hit the pipe and bounce away. Darien will field it and run the rest of the clock out. So that'll do it from the stadium field. Darien will move on to the state semifinal. They'll play the winner of New Milford and Fairfield Prep on Wednesday at a site and time to be announced. 16-4 your final score. Jim, your final thoughts?
Well, look, Darien, I think Greenwich had a good game plan going into this. Darien started winning face-offs, which was the killer for them. And then they got the momentum, and they really figured out the soft spots of that zone, and it just sort of fell apart. But my other thoughts are, as always, DAF Media, you guys, especially all these young volunteers who are here. I don't know if people know, but there's easily 10 to 15 people at every one of these broadcasts. They put on such a fantastic production. It's very professionally done. Very well done. These guys spend a ton of time on it, so we thank you. It's always very enjoyable for all of us to be able to watch these games. Thank you for your time.
And it's what is likely my final broadcast here as a student, as a member of DAF Media. I owe a huge thank you to both the Darien Foundation and the Darien Athletic Foundation for putting this all together. And of course, our advisor, Damian Andrew, who has sacrificed so much to put on all of these broadcasts for us, to give us students this opportunity to announce, to direct, to run camera, and just give such great experience. It's really an organization that's unparalleled throughout the local and really the national area with live sports production. So one final time, thank you for joining us here on DAF Media today. Your final score once again, Darien 16, Greenwich 4. That'll do it. The last time the seniors take the field here at the stadium field on the campus of Darien High School. Darien moving on to the semis. That'll do it for Greenwich's year. Thanks for joining us and have a nice afternoon.